YouTube? This is Jonah Pipney with another sports reaction. This time I'm talking about the Chicago Bears and their preview game against the Kansas City Chiefs. Man, we should have won that game last week against the goddamn Packers. Yeah, the refs cheated us, but at the same time, they blew opportunities, but on to the next one. Now it's the prime example of what everyone been talking about since they came to the league a couple of years ago, and Patrick Mahomes and Deshaun Watson lit up the league while Mitchell Trubisky just barely stayed above average for the most part, been mostly below average this season, but cranked it up the past 5 weeks. Even though he did throw those two interceptions, one of them halftime, other one was just a critical part of the game. But this is a story that the narrative that the news is going to be running with. They've been running with it all week. Mahomes versus Trubisky. Now, I'm only going to speak briefly on this before I get into really talking about both teams because I have to address this. Everyone is still talking about, oh man, they should have picked Mahomes or Watson over Trubisky. Trubisky is a nobody. But if you go based on the experts and people just seem to forget that back then during the draft, no one was high on picking Watson, Trubisky, and especially Mahomes during that season. Trubisky statistically had the higher potential upside than the both of them, based on what the experts said. They had Trubisky ranked number one, number two, even and also number three in that draft. Mahomes was more of just a straight up project. No one expected him to be like that. The only other one that was right behind Trubisky was because he played in the big games and how well he did in those games was Deshaun Watson from Clemson at that time. Remember, Watson, Clemson, Mahomes, Texas Tech, Trubisky, North Carolina at that time. That's what they had projected. Now, either way, no expert looked at them as being first round picks. Everyone expected them to be second and third round picks, maybe fourth round picks at the latest. And all three of them went in the first round. And if you look back on it, you can see a lot of the experts down in those picks, not thinking that it was the best upside. They thought all of them was going to be bust. None of them are bust, at least in my opinion. None of them are bust. They all are just on a different echelon of talent. You got Mahomes in tier one, of course, Watson in tier two, Trubisky in tier three, but climbing up to that tier two type of thing if he performs consistently more next season and at least finish off the rest of this season playing right. That's one thing I can say. Now on to the teams. The Kansas City Chiefs are still one of the top offenses in the league. They are not the best running offense. They're better than the Bears. Everyone seems to be better than the fucking Bears when it comes down to rushing offense because they don't have that abysmal of fucking offensive line that the Bears got. But they cannot run the football just as much as the Bears can, even though they can have a lot more splash plays than the Bears. They are still efficient passing team, along with Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill, and other just burners on that field. Now, one of the things that the Bears are gonna have to do to try to slow down that top scoring offense is try to get pressure on Mahomes and do not allow him to find open men. Do not allow him to extend plays like they did much against Aaron Rodgers, other than, it still puzzles me that they had Buster Screen on Adams. 6'4" receiver on a 5'10" corner. I still don't get that. Put one of your tall safeties on him, one of your 6-foot safeties on him. At least you got more of a chance. They got leaping ability that can actually compete with that type of height. But that's another story for another time. I already talked about that. But basically now, because your fastest linebacker is not there, Roquan Smith is, of course, done for the season with a torn pectoral muscle. I wonder who is going to guard him. I know for a fact Nick Walkowski is not going to guard him constantly. It's going to have to be constant guarding from Pierre Lewis. Kevin Pierre Lewis is going to have to constantly guard him, and every blue moon probably have a taller body on him like Leonard Floyd for undercutting routes when he goes to the outside. Man, the pass rush is going to really have to step up to try to slow down this fierce passing attack because I really haven't seen no one really do. I've seen teams slow them down, but I've never really ever seen no one stop them since Patrick Mahomes has been on this team. Now, since he's come back from that knee injury, he has made a lot more mistakes. It's like his timing is a little bit more off, but he still seems to be finding it more and more and being more consistent based on what I've seen him playing of the game since he's been back from injury. But yes, he has made more mistakes, and the Bears going to have to capitalize on that. Hopefully, instead of keeping in Prince and Mukamara, they will put Kevin Tolliver in there more consistently because he seems to at least not get burned on the play. He at least stays relevant to be able to make a tackle instead of every replay they showing him slide on the ground, bust his damn shit like him and like a Mukamara. And Kyle Fuller just can't stop doing this goddamn season more so Mukamara. But yeah, hopefully the Bears can get this win. You know, my prediction is actually the Chiefs beating the Bears. I say 28-17. Now, I would not be surprised if the Bears all of a sudden got blown out because this offense is really that good. This is one of the very few videos where the offense actually has me like, well, damn. Maybe I don't know if the Bears going to get this one. Now, I also wouldn't be shocked if the Bears defense came to play and they often showed up enough and they slowed the Kansas City Chiefs down. They held them to between 20 to 24 points, and the Bears edge out the win on the 3-point field goal. Not at the end, because no, at the end that's not gonna happen. Eddie Pinero might fuck around and kick that bitch out the goddamn field and hit somebody Kai and shit. That's how bad that man will fuck around and miss a damn field goal. It's not Cody Parkey bad. But that motherfucker can miss some shit. And just how you just, boy, how your brain just going off. Just snapping and shit. That's the reason why I even started this video anyway. With him missing all them damn kicks against the Rams. And the Bears offense just playing like straight up garbage. But anyways, that's a previous video. But anyways, now on to the Bears. The Bears yet again, their offense has remained to be inconsistently stagnant. How they score going in order, I say it was 20 points against the Giants. No, 19 points against the Giants, 20 points against the Lions. Then they score, I think, what was that, 27 points again against the Lions, and then put up 31 against the Cowboys, and then 13 against those Packers. Now, I know it was trending upward, and those penalties yet again did kill the Bears and just straight up decided like almost a whole 14-point swing for the Bears with those penalties and those bad calls on the sideline with Cordell Patterson and all the above. But they still did not execute with the opportunities, and they still lost the game. This is one of those games where if they don't play cognitive football defensively and their offense continue to struggle like they did against the Packers, it will be a blowout. It will be a blowout in the first half. This is not the Packers. This is a more cognitive wide receiver core. Period. This is a better offensive line in my book in terms of protection. Running the football, they're terrible. But for protecting the quarterback, for the most part, they are very, very cognitive. To me, they're one of the best pass blocking teams in the league. You have to be in order for your quarterback to be throwing for 50-plus touchdowns the season before and still throwing for a decent amount of touchdowns this season as well. I do know that much. But I do know Akeem Hicks is still going to be playing. He gave us a valuable effort last week with his 4 tackles, quarterback hit, stopping the run, and even coming back from injury twice after still just coming back from injury. So, yeah, hopefully the pass rush can get there. We're still not getting nothing really from Floyd. Mac is still doing his thing. That's the reason why he still got the Pro Bowl. Non-football fans that really don't watch football, they just look at stats guys, those type of guys. We just see the stats and be like, oh man, Mac don't belong there. But if you really watch the NFL and watch the Bears, then you'll know that yes, he definitely belonged there with with the way he just been wrecking the line all season and having 2 or 3 guys on him constantly because can't get a pass rush from the other guys. Me personally would probably switch Pierre Louis to defensive end and put Floyd at middle linebacker in spots, only in certain spots when it's when you got them in zone. Floyd, no, I won't have him run out like that, but basically have him in spots like that and have him rush the pass, and maybe then they get more of a pass rush in certain spots because just Floyd, no, he does not deserve to be resigned. That shit over with for him. But yeah, basically, I don't know, man. I really don't know. It's gonna be a tough game for the Bears. And with everything going the way it's going, if the offense plays right early and they keep them in the game, then this could come down to the wire, and then I'll be picking the Bears in that scenario. But if the offense struggles early and that defense can't stop Kansas City and Mahomes early, and they get up to a 14-point lead, 17-point lead, anything like that, the chance of the Bears coming back on this team is very, very like I can't even like it's that small. It's that small. That's how much of a chance they got to come back and win this game. So the Bears might most likely finish out the season 8-8, 7-9. If I just hope they beat the Vikings no matter what. I hope they fuck they seeding up or somehow keep them from getting into the playoffs. I don't care, whatever with that. But yeah, they might wind up being somewhere between 9-7 and 7-9. I'm hoping that it's 9-7, at least finish with a winning season. But basically, yeah, the Bears have it tough this week, very tough. I still don't think they got it as bad with the Vikings next week because they've been handling their ass for the past couple of years. Matter of fact, they was handling their ass period, other than 2017 when they won them, and probably one game in 2016 for the most part. Since the 2010s, the Bears have really stuck it to the Vikings, other than a few games that back then Adrian Peterson would run wild on our ass. But shit, that man a Redskin now, so that don't even matter. But yeah, man, go Bears, and yet again, I'm predicting the Chiefs to win this game, 28-17. The best case scenario, the Bears win 27-24. But that's the only thing I can think of that's coming true in between this. If it's a super low scoring game, then definitely the Bears is gonna win it. If it's a low scoring game, my final prediction will be 17-14 Bears, or if it does go to that and then a Chiefs score a final touchdown at the end, 17-10 Chiefs. So I just gave 4 different predictions, 4 different scenarios in low scoring game, high scoring game, and even blowout. Bears, I don't know, they're not blowing out the Chiefs. It's not gonna happen. If it does happen, then I will definitely be doing a live video reaction to that shit. Like, well, damn. Let me put my foot in my mouth. Oh, shit. Yeah. This is Joseph Pitney with another sports reaction on our Chicago Bears. And everyone have a blessed day, man.